Whoo-wee. Are you ready for this? Look at that. Look at that crumb in there. Look at that bread. That is A1. Oh, come on. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing a popular request. It's been flooding in actually. We're going to make the stottie cake, known as the stottie. Alright, so it's the stottie from the northeast of England. Now, like I say, it's by popular request, and I've made it so many times. And I'm sure there's a different recipe or variations of different recipes per families, but you know, it's very, very simple to put together. You know, and the name actually comes from the Geordie word stot, you know, and stot means to bounce. Now, what they say in the olden days, that the bread was so heavy and dense that it would bounce. Now, whether it's right or not, I have no idea, but that's what they say. Anyway, in here I've got some bread flour. Just give it a quick little stir around. Open it up a bit. And I'm going in there with sugar. I'm going in there with salt. Now, salt to taste, entirely up to you. I'm going in there with white pepper. And we're going to get a mix up. I'm going in there with yeast. Now, you can prove your yeast if you so wish in water or milk before adding it to this, but I have every confidence that it should work. Milk, water. I'm just going to chuck the milk in there with the water. We're just going to give that a little stir up, and we're going to chuck that in there. And I have a tablespoon of oil in with my milk already. Give it a little mix through. Now, the stottie, like we said, is heavy, it's thick. It's a dense bread. It's not a lightweight bread. It's a dense bread. It came around, you know, for working class families, and it was a filler. You used to eat it, fill yourself up. The size of it is around about 30 centimeters in a disc, about 4 centimeters thick, and it has a dimple in the middle where everybody shoves a finger in. So all we got to do now is try and bring that together. So a hand in, bring it together. And then we're going to turn it out onto the table, and we're going to knead it for about 10 minutes. On the table. And we are going to knead this for about 10 minutes. It also depends on how good your bread flour is. Now, I can tell you now that the bread flour I'm using here is not that good. But it's still going to make a stottie, you know. Okay, that's not as elasticated as I thought it was going to be. It'd have probably been better to use all-purpose flour out here, but not to worry. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bob a bit of oil in there. Just a little bit. We're just going to take some of that excess out of there with that kitchen towel. And we're going to throw that in there. And we're going to cover it. We're going to cover it for about an hour till it doubles in size. And then we're going to split it into 2 balls. So cover it over and let it double in size. Okay, so we've been about an hour. That has definitely doubled in size. That looks fabulous. Right, we want to be taking that out of there, and what we're going to do is going to knock it back. Just knock the air out of it. Now, I'm not going to knock it back and fold it all over. That's good enough for me to take out the air. Okay, everybody does things differently, and I can't see the point in rolling it around all over. Now, we want about half-half. Now, you can weigh it out, entirely up to you. We're not going to bother. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tuck under the ends like that. So again, tuck under those ends like that. And then that is our roll there, or our two rolls. This one's a little bit bigger than that one. They're alright. And then what we have to do is put a little bit of oil on our tray. Oil up our trays. Take some kitchen towel. It's just easier to do it this way, you know. And there's our oil on there. Give it a rub round all over there. Probably put too much on there, look. Not to worry. Alright, what we need to be doing is just rolling this flat. Now these are normally about 20 centimeters, something like that, you know. Now try and keep it round if you can. Now it's not essential, we don't have to panic about it. You know, I've seen misshapen ones, don't worry. And then we're going to take that, we'll put it on our tray. Next one. And that one's going on there. That's good enough, right. So there you go, that's good enough. Then what we need to do is put a little bit of flour over the top of there. Just a tiny bit of all-purpose flour. Now don't go crazy with this, you know, just put enough on there to put a nice dusting over the top. Okay, there's our bread. Now what we're going to do, we'll cover it over. Now if you have a nice clean tea towel, get the tea towel over, anything like that, a nice cloth. I use a plastic bag, it don't matter. Just cover it over, we want to cover it over for about 20 minutes. Okay, there's our stottie there, look. I'm preheating my oven, I'm preheating the oven at 160 degrees. I'm using a high sapienza air fryer oven, so it's going to be cooking a little bit hotter than a regular oven. Now I'll put the temperature conversions in the description. If you were cooking in a regular oven, you cook about 170, 180. Okay, now for our stottie then. Traditionally, you prick it all over with a fork and stick your finger in the middle. You put a dent there. And hopefully it's not stuck to the bottom. Right, we're going to shove that in the oven. I've got it on for about 20 minutes. I'm going to look at it. I don't want it to brown too much, and I do want a nice browning on it, a light browning. So we'll watch it for 20 minutes and see what happens, and then we'll cook the other one. Oh, here we go. Let's have that out of there. There we go. There's our stottie. Let's get the other one in. Oh, magic. So that's our stottie on there. Now, the best way to actually treat these things is to get them, let it cool down a little minute, and then stick it in a plastic bag. And then what happens is it all steams in there and it goes a bit softer. So we'll do that, we'll stick it in a plastic bag, and then we'll cut into it and have a slice with some butter. So we've got that in that plastic bag, and it's going to soften over the top. It's going to be really, really delicious. Okay, come on, let's have a be looking at our stottie. Oh, are you kidding me? That is absolutely beautiful. Got the old samurai sword. Now we can cut it all the way through there, or we can just cut it down there. Oh, it's red hot. Whoo-wee. Are you ready for this? Look at that. Look at that crumb in there. Look at that bread. That is A1. Oh, come on. We got one wearing away in there. We're going to give this a try. Let's just come down the middle of there. Wow, this thing's still warm. Whew. Ah, look in there. Oh, come on. Lashings. Lashings of butter. Oh, my fave. Oh, that's looking tremendous. Oh, I absolutely love stottie with just butter on. That is amazing. Oh, man. It's a slightly more dense bread than normal bread, but I'll tell you, it's filling, it's delicious, it's easy to make. Oh, what better way. Fresh stottie, butter, oh come on, warm out the oven, oh, amazing. If you like what we're doing, don't forget, smash that like and subscribe, share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. Catch you in the next video.